My name is Dr. Van Steed, and I'm a small animal veterinarian in San Pedro, California. I grew up on a farm and ranch in Texas, in the Panhandle, Texas, and both my grandparents and my father were farmers and ranchers. And I was always around cattle all my life, and livestock, horses. And so mine just got sparked because we had sick cattle on our farm and ranch. And my father said, Van, you got to take the cattle to the local veterinarian and have them diagnosed and treated. And I said, okay, Father, we'll do that. And so got down to the local vet, and I was amazed at what they did. It was a father and son team, and it really sparked my interest in becoming a veterinarian. So my mom always used to tell me, hey, Van, we need a doctor in the family. So I said, okay, I'll be the doctor in the family, I'll be a veterinarian. So that's what sparked my interest as a young kid, about probably 9th, 10th grade. She's a spayed female shepherd mix, and she's born in 2008, so she's about 8.5 years old. So she came in one day, not eating very well, sicker than a dog. You've heard that response before. She was sick of the dog, right, Vince?
Right, absolutely.
And she couldn't hardly get up, couldn't hardly stand, and she'd been sick for just a couple days, acute onset. So this dog had real low red cell count. Well, we found out that she didn't have enough red cells to give her energy, give her vitality, and she has a disease called autoimmune hemolytic anemic situation. So this was on September 27, 2016. We immediately hospitalized the pet, thrown some IV fluids, supportive care, ran a number of blood sample tests, hospitalized her for, about 6 days. And finally we turned the corner, and she's doing a lot better. She's, I was say she's what, 75% normal?
I'd say she's, you're about right, about 75 to 80,
normal,
yeah,
8%
depending on
normal.
how the test comes out today, right? She was
down and out.
It happened in really a day and a half at most. From being a very energetic dog to just, I thought she had a heat stroke, but that's not what it was as far as, and had I not brought her in here,
she'd have passed
another
away.
day she'd have passed away, absolutely. I'll tell you on the personal level, I picked up this dog from the shelter around the time I was going through a divorce. And so the dog and I hung out a lot together. And that's where the connection is, really my bond with my dog, absolutely. You know, she's a very easy dog to maintain. By that I mean always dry food, the same food. She's very predictable. Very good nature with people and other animals, and then just overnight, this just all of a sudden happened. Yeah. I take a look at my dog. I have 2 dogs, but I touch base with the dogs about 3 times a day. Whether go outside in the morning, at midday, at night, check on them, make sure everything's good. They're in the house with me at night, watch TV together.
Well, I own 4 dogs myself. I love dogs, and I've had 5 cats in my professional career. So dogs they got to be part of your family. I love dogs, and they're just a great pet to have around the house. They give you unconditional love, and I can't live without my dogs. They're a wonderful thing for a family and for people to have pets. I see the joy that the pets bring to me and my family and to my sons and daughter. They're just wonderful. They're wonderful creatures to be around. They have just great love for people, and they have great affection for us as human beings. And there's a thing known as what's called the human-animal companion bond. And once you have a pet, you see that bond that the pet has with you, and it becomes part of your family and part of your life. It's a personal bond that that individual or that family member may have with their pet, and it's in each individualistic situation. Some days you come home from work, you've had a bad day at work, and that dog's wiggy-wagging the tail, and it puts a big smile on your face. And some days you have great days, you come home, the dog wants to lick your face and give you a great big smile and a big kiss, and that brings joy and happiness to me and to my family. Every day I see clients that bond with their pets, and I can understand the relationship that people have with their pets. It's a very close, tight relationship, and if you don't sit here every day, Jonas, and look at it and see what pets mean to people, you're missing a big part of life. And you and I have discussed that. You've shared some of my clients, both their sad days and happy days with their pets, and I think you can understand what I see each and every day. It's a great feeling to help that client and that pet become well, and it's a great feeling to have that satisfaction that you can help that pet and that family. So I see pets provide a lot of happiness in people's lives each and every day. It reminds you of your son, and he had a dog, right?
Yeah, it was our dog, Bootsy, and he loved the dog too. The night he left on the 22nd, he never came back, but he was walking the dog. Maybe I thought that he was chasing the dog, or maybe, I just don't know why it happened. So then my thought was like, I'll never get another pet, and you know, I'll just deal with my morning the way I'm dealing with it. But then my husband and I went to the dog pound on the 22nd, and we saw Buddy, and he came to us like, my husband saw him first, and he said, come look, come look. And then we walked him around the little cage where they walk the dogs, see if he's compatible with us. And then he was, and I held him, and he sort of like melted up. It was sort of like my son, you know. But he is so cute. But I know that my son would really want to have another dog. So when I hugged Buddy, I just he melted like in my heart. Like I was like, oh, we can't leave him here anymore, you know. So we adopted him, right, Buddy?
I've been practicing for like 35 years. Over these 35 years, I've seen probably 300,000 or 400,000 different cases. And of those cases I've seen, we've come to know these clients very, very well on both a personal level and sometimes a friendship level. And I can understand what those patients and those pets mean to those people each and every day. And it really brings warmth and happiness to my heart seeing that we can help these pets. And the clients that come to my practice are just unique people that I've met over these years. So they're wonderful client owners and wonderful pet owners, and it's a joy to be around these people that have that kind of feeling for their pets.
Oh, they all are family members. Trust me, when you go to great lengths to, you know, bring a cat back from 106 fever, the doctors, wonderful doctors here at South Shore Clinic, a defining moment with one of our other pets, which it was a little female, a lilac point, that, you know, she was so much part of the family that she ended up having her kittens in my lap, which was kind of a gift to me because it was just really special having on a towel, having her, you know, feel so comfortable. So that was one. Many experiences with kitties. They have emotions, you know, just like we do, you know, when they're upset, when you've been gone for a long time on a trip, even though we have house sitters with them. When we come back, they're very haughty, very standoffish, want to punish you because you left them. So they very much have emotions like we do, and we notice that. Anyway, you can tell we're cat lovers, dog lovers.
Jonas, this is her kitty, okay? And this is the abscess that we had repaired 3 or 4 days earlier than Monday she came in. This is a drain, and we're going to pull this drain. It's held in place by 2 sutures, and this is Bruce, which is one of our technicians to remove the drain. And this little drain site's going to then heal in time. This little small incision we made will heal in about 3 to 5 days. Cat's doing better. Still just a little swelling here that will subside, go down in a few days. So she's doing good right now, eating good, drinking well, feeling great, and back to normal. Correct?
Sure is.
Okay, so this is called a little kitty abscess from a cat bite. It's a common thing we see. That's how we fix it. So we fix things here, basically, don't we?
You do. You guys are the best.
Hardest part of my job is coming in knowing that I can't help a certain pet. It may have a medical problem that I have worked for a period of time, maybe weeks, maybe months, maybe even sometimes years with that pet, and I have to look at the client and kind of explain to them in a counseling format or counseling fashion that we may not be able to help that pet much longer, and euthanasia, putting the pet to sleep, may be one of our most desirable alternatives for that pet's future. That's the toughest thing about vet medicine. I mean, it's there's some days that you almost cry with the patient because you've known that pet for years or even a long time, and you just have that heartfelt empathy, sympathy towards the patient and towards the clients that you're trying to help. And you kind of walk out with a sad and heavy heart that you may or may not be able to provide any extra long-term care for the pet, and the best alternative is probably euthanasia for that pet. So yes, it weighs on your conscious and your subconscious every day, and it's a sad thing you have to do on one hand, but somehow, on the other hand, it's a benefit and a blessing that you're able to help that pet with that medical situation that I cannot provide that long-term care that the pet may need.
Approximately 2002, 2003, one of the persons who was moving out came to me and asked me if I would take two little kittens that she had somehow come across, I don't know how, and of the two of them, the one that survived the longest is Bandit, this one right here. The other one, unfortunately, literally got eaten alive by fleas. And I do mean that. She was just driven insane with fleas, and she crawled off into a corner. I thought she had gone outside, but she crawled off into a corner, and that's where she died. So, as far as what this cat means to me, Bandit is just I would say a surrogate for female companionship. And I do my best to take care of her. And she always responds to me. At night, she sleeps on my chest. I don't always know it until I wake up and see her there, but that's the case. And I'm very hopeful of prolonging her lifespan. It would be very nice, as far as I'm concerned, if she would live 20 or more years. Seeing as how this is approaching 2017, she's either 14 or 15 years old. One of the two. And I know that there's not that many years left, so I want to be sure that she has the best care that she possibly can have. And that is why I go to Dr. Steed. Dr. Steed saved her life. I didn't know what was wrong with her, but she refused to eat, and she was just laying there, wasting away. I finally said, the heck with this, and I brought her up here, and Dr. Steed took her under his tutelage, and she survived, obviously. As I said, she's a substitute, as far as I'm concerned, for female companionship, because A, I'm over the hill on that, and B, I really don't have any real interest in females, but just knowing that she's there at home with me, that makes a tremendous difference.
To have pets in your life, I think they're just one of the most wonderful things that we as human beings have. To have a dog, a cat, even a pocket pet like a little pet rat or a pet mouse, or even like a small bird, that just bring a lot of joy to your life each and every day. I think people that do not have pets are missing out on a wonderful thing that God has given us, and that's small creatures, great and small.